quarter just about ready to begin.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerle al ambiente. Yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino gang.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. We take a look at the Pistons. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, Chicago, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some hope. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. Hey, Smitty, when a team underperforms early in the season, fans tend to go crazy. I mean, they just can't figure out why this is happening. But what are the players saying to each other on the bench when they're traveling in the locker room?
You know, I think when you're having great communication, Kevin, with guys amongst each other, you're trying to get through it, you're working through it. Whether you get through it or not is fine. I think there's a sign that things are going wrong. Kevin, you hear about these player-only meetings. When you start having 2 or 3 of those, that's when the ship is starting to go south.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and Kennard pair up at the 1 and the 2. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. And it's Doumbouya in at the 3 spot. And for the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
He hits the second from the line. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor. And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Doumbouya. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. It's not going to go for him. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Porter. Got a piece of it. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that is in Blake Griffin's DNA, dunking on guys.
And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Now here is Carter. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland.
His shot blocking dominated the game. His 3 blocks really had an effect on defense. Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Griffin passes to Kennard. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Here's Kennard. Drills the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
You know, if you're cold from range, there are other ways to score. You can post up, dribble drive, get out in transition.
Now here's Levine. Following the miss by Griffin. Levine finds White. Carter looking around, and Sekou Doumbouya is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Pistons on defense. Carter on the wing, defended by Drummond.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Wasted no time on that one.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
When he's feeling good, he can help you stretch the defense a lot.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, the Pistons are starting to embrace the deep ball. First year under Coach Casey, they shot many more threes. Went from middle of the pack in 2018 to 6th overall last year.
Take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, Markkanen. Levine with it. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
Here's Doumbouya. And the jam by Doumbouya.
Love what Drummond did on that play. Kept his eyes up, and he was being unselfish.
White the pass to Markkanen. Poke loose. Pass to Levine. And they get it. And again, no good by Chicago. Pistons leading by 9. Out to the right wing. Jacks up a 3. Rebound collected by Levine. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. Carter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
No good on the free throw.
Well, the Bulls for so long were known as a tough rebounding team. Not the case anymore.
Yeah, you think of the last time the Bulls were a playoff mainstay. Rebounding was key. Now it's a weakness of their team. Dead last in the league in creating second chance points.
Tony Snell's checked in for Doomboya. Good on the second free throw.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
Now here's Griffin. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
And the first one drops.
People wondered how happy Blake Griffin would be after being traded from L.A. to Detroit a few years back. He has completely embraced the city, and Motown loves him back as well, quickly becoming a fan favorite.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And with Griffin, he's also embraced Detroit's situation, trying to build a contender.
Griffin said he feels like he's a part of building something special here in Detroit. You have to admire how quickly Blake has gone all in for the Pistons franchise.
Here's Jackson after the made shot from Zach LaVine. The drive by Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
Pass to LaVine. Drummond working against Carter. Knocked away and stolen by Drummond. Outside Griffin. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
White, good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Outside White. Yep, that one goes.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Pistons leading by 8. Here's Jackson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. Griffin the bounce pass. Stolen by Markkanen. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Porter's running. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And as Markkanen continues to develop his skill set, he'll get to the line a lot more often.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
First one falls for him.
And last year, the Bulls having issues moving the ball was actually a strength for them in the seasons prior.
Totally agree. You look at all the relevant team assist stats. The Bulls were bottom 5 in all of them. This team, they fall into too much isolation for stretches.
And Markkanen drops them both.
And there's no doubt that this team views Lauri Markkanen as a big part of their future. Many slept on Markkanen in the draft, but he could be a star.
Jackson misses. Bulls trail by 6. And then LaVine with the jam.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times. Jackson
with it. Now defended by LaVine. And it's Drummond missing. As you said, Smitty, Markkanen has the potential to be an all-star someday.
He's not quite there yet, Kevin. Not by any means. Needs to take a jump forward and go from being a shooter to an all-around scorer.
Here's Jackson, following the basket by Otto Porter. Outside Griffin. Second shot opportunity, stolen by Markkanen. Levine finds White. That evens the score. White's got 8 points.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
The pass to Snell. Back to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Drummond passes to Griffin. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. 8 points for him.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Chicago.
Pass to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. With the floater, and it's good on the way up. Levine's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jackson against White. Outside Griffin. Pulls up. And Detroit again with the bucket.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
And White kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Carter. Markkanen in the corner. Back to Carter. Right side Levine. Shoots. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Kicks to Snell. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Drummond. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the Pistons, Markieff Morris is checked in for Andre Drummond. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Dunn kicks to Satoransky. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Rose passes to Kennard. And here's Rose. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. It's good.
Derrick Rose inside is a treat to watch because watch how high he gets off the floor.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. In the corner, Valentine with it. Trains it from beyond the arc.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Here's Kennard. 11-point game his last outing. Stolen by Satoransky. Now here's Valentine. Not a lot of room. Morris against Satoransky. 5 to shoot. The 3 from Valentine. That shot no good. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Kennard. Oh, that's blocked. Down against Rose. Here's Hutchison. It's hauled in by Wood. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. That did not happen.
They never really got into a rhythm, despite trying a few different things. Sometimes it's just not your night.
And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good for Morris.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Kennard, the pass to Morris. 50 seconds left to play here in the first. 6 to shoot. Snell from outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Done outside. Passes it to Satoransky. Down low. Here's Young. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got his second bucket.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Now here's Rose. From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Back right after this. Andre Drummond says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can
be. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Pistons, Doumbouya is out there with Wood. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Kennard in at the 2. And he gets the bucket. Satoransky's got the lead up to 6 now for Chicago.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Rose. Good. Nice job down low.
Very shifty with his handles. Very clever. Containing Derrick Rose is never easy.
Morris against Satoransky. He feeds it to Dunn. And here's Valentine for 3. Drills it from outside. Valentine's got 6.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Rose dishes to Dumboya. Back to Rose. No good on the shot. And the Bulls going the other way now. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Kept alive. Here's Hutchison. Off with the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now that one, the Bulls' lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Morris. The Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Dunn passes to Young. Bucket is good. He's got 6. And every so often, Steve, we'll see two teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. There was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
An easy 2 points on the layup. And now a 9-point Chicago lead.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Rose passes to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And so here is Chicago following the bucket by the Pistons. Now Valentine, he has 6. Here's Kennard. The dish to Morris. Got it. Good job in the low post. Now just a 5-point Chicago lead.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Tadaransky looking around. Now the pass to Hutchison. From outside, off the mark. Pistons trail by 5. Pass to Dumboya. Outside Rose. Pass to Kennard. Here's Wood. And he overshot that one, missing.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Dunn misses. For Detroit, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And that one, good. 6 points for Derrick Rose.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Chicago calls timeout. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Both teams will make substitutions. Detroit on D, Carter with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Levine against Rose. Trying to get something going. It's stolen by Rose. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Wants to get it to Rose and does.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's White. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
Rose passes to Drummond. He kicks to Jackson. Buries it from 3-point range. Jackson's got 6 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here is Carter, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
This is the thing about Wendell Carter. He's got the skill to go with the size. Very difficult to defend.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
That's good from Carter.
Well, not an easy time on offense for the Bulls last year. They struggled mightily on the offensive end. 3rd worst in the league in effective field goal percentage.
Carter hits them both. And with the Bulls an effective field goal percentage, it's due to their lack of outside shooting.
Yeah, this team can shoot decently from outside. They just choose not to. Last in the league in threes. Just a play-style decision the organization is going with.
Now here's Griffin. He's got 10. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Jackson.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
White up top, guarded by Jackson. White the pass to Carter. Good D by Drummond. Rose gets a wide open look. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And that's now 9 points for Rose.
Derrick Rose, when he's in the outside shot, creates even more space for him to operate.
Stolen by Jackson. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Stolen by Jackson. Now Detroit moving it up. The finish. Another shot. Goes up again. Can't get the layup.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Porter dishes to Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. Clock at 6. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
His 2nd foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Right side, Porter. 5 on the clock. They need this. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from White.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Porter passes to Levine. It's deflected. Griffin against Markkanen. Griffin kicks to Rose. Back to Griffin. Outside Rose. Pistons passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Griffin the bounce pass. Jackson has the open look. The Pistons rebound. Drummond. Nice D from Porter. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. They get the rebound. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 8 points.
He has length and he has athleticism. Both of those help him operate inside and beat good defenses.
Jackson looking it over. White against Rose. With some arc, gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
White finds Carter. Just 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. A three-pointer is right on target. And that's 11 points for Zach LaVine.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Now here's Rose. He's got 11. Griffin kicks to Rose. On the wing, Jackson. Over LaVine. Here's Drummond. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Drummond's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
A man among boys on the offensive glass. Andre Drummond picks up a lot of extra points this way.
Here's Markkanen. Rebound by the Pistons. Griffin's got 7 rebounds in the game. Passes it to Doumbouya. Back to Griffin. Kicks it to Jackson. High arcing shot, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay, as long as you plan for that with your system. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Pistons. And that one falls for Jackson.
Last year, an 8th seed finish for the Detroit Pistons. Had to work for it, battling it out to the very end of the season. Their 500 record of 41-41 was just enough to get in.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
On the attack all evening. Not sure at this point what can slow Blake Griffin down.
White dishes to LaVine. Over Rose. And the Bulls with another miss. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
LaVine with it. To end the run. An absolute bomb from three-point range. LaVine's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Sweet-looking jump shot from any distance. LaVine's range goes well beyond the three-point line.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter was all about Blake Griffin. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 7 rebounds. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half. Now, here's Markkanen. White the pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Griffin. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Jackson. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one. White up top, guarded by Jackson. And White kicks to Levine. Back to White. Takes a 3. Here's Porter. Detroit with the rebound. Griffin's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now here's White. 12 points for him. He dishes it to Levine. Count it. Good. Levine's got 16 points.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
The pass to Griffin. Outside for Jackson. That one rolling around and rims out.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 18 points for Zach LaVine.
You know, he's a triple threat in the open court. He can beat you from the inside, outside, and everything in between.
Offensive rebound. There's Rose with the 3. That's a miss, and with it, he is 5 for 9. Bulls trail by 4. White looking around. Carter on the wing. Pulls up from the corner. Here's Markkanen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
For a stretch 4 who spends a lot of time on the perimeter, Markkanen does a good job attacking the offensive glass.
There's Jackson with the 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Bulls have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And it's White missing. Detroit's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And stolen by White. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. For the tie, Markkanen trying to break loose.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Here's Griffin. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Drummond.
You know, every night he plays through a lot of bumps and bruises. Drummond reminds me of Shaq in that respect.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Pistons. Christian Wood comes in for Rose. Carter the pass to Hutchison. Porter with it. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Lobs it up for Levine. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to Carter. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him.
Such a wide open look. And now an 8-point Piston lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Levine. 18 points for him. Kennard with the rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Wood kicks to Drummond. Back to Wood. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kennard. That one goes in. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
To the inside, and then Carter with the dunk.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Pistons leading by 8. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. And that one falls for Jackson. A smitty of recent players to enter the league. Which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high drive picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Porter, knocks it loose. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Porter mixing it up inside, drawing the foul.
Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
One area that the Pistons were great in last year was perimeter defense.
What they did, GA, they closed out on shooters fantastically. They got hands up and hands up high. Allowed the fewest threes against as a team. Their interior defense was just so-so, but on the perimeter, they were tough.
No good on the second free throw.
In his last year of college, Porter got to the line 5 times a game. But in his NBA career, he's gotten there less than 1.5 times a game.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Here's Jackson. The Bulls getting the bucket. And it's Doumbouya in the corner. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
All right, a chance to look at some stats for Zach LaVine. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 23 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team?
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
And here is Satoransky after the three-pointer from Sekou Doumbouya.
Strength, focus, hard head approach. Chris Dunn powering through contact.
Now here's Jackson, 17 points in the game. Morris outside to the right side. And here is Doumbouya. There's Jackson with the three. No good on that one.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
Goes back up. They get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Young. Detroit making a switch here. Snell's checked in. And so Young nails them both.
One criticism of Jim Boylan before getting extended was his offense, called too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
Jackson misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Here's Morris. To the paint, here's Wood. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wood's got 4 points this quarter. And Steve, for Boylan, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his staff, though.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylan focus on player development and defense.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. From deep. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Now, here's Satoransky. Now, here's Dunn. Elbow shot is on the way. No good that time. Outside Jackson. He can't get that one to fall. Dunn with some nice D. And Dunn with the slam.
Quick off the floor, Chris Dunn padding that shooting percentage with a play at the rim.
Pistons leading by 6. Now Jackson. He's got 17. Shoots over Satoransky. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 19 points.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Pass to Hutchison from outside the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 6 assists in the game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And the basket by Jackson.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Jackson comes over with the double. Dunn passes to Valentine. Back to Dunn. Bulls moving the ball around. It's blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Markkanen, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Pistons. Detroit leading by 7. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Valentine lays it up off the glass. Valentine's got 8.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Griffin against Young. Here's Jackson. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Passes it to Dunn. Back to Satoransky. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got assist number 8 now on the night. That's tipped. And there's the pass to Doumbouya. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Doumbouya's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pistons. Dunn kicks to Satoransky. Jackson comes over with the double. Here's Valentine. 8 points for him. Pass to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. Rebounded by Snell.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Satoransky against Griffin. Here's Young. The shot from the low post is good. He's got 10.
He couldn't have played it better. There was just enough room to get the shot off.
Griffin with it. Jackson in the corner. Three-pointer. And no good that time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pistons ahead. They're up by 6. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Detroit, on the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Rose is out there with Reggie Jackson, and it's Doumbouya in at the 3 slot. Griffin finds Drummond up high to stuff the alley-oop.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
Dunn passes to Markkanen. Outside, White. Pass to Valentine. Jackson against White. Over Jackson. And it's White missing. And so Griffin will bring it up for Detroit. Here's Rose. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10. Bulls trail by 10. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Over in the corner, White. Here's Markkanen. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Drummond. Pistons shooting at 51%. Really solid. Jackson passes to Drummond. And stolen by White. Dunn right side. They double him with Drummond. And there it is for him. And that's 12 points for Thaddeus Young.
With Dunn, this is his focus. Keep the ball moving, keep everyone involved.
And stolen by Dunn. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's 2 shots versus a foul. 2. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops in for Dunn.
We've seen real improvement from Chris Dunn at the free throw line. Used to be his Achilles heel.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Zach LaVine subbed in for White. Kennard, he's checked in for the Pistons. And he makes both free throws. Detroit leading by 6. And here's Rose. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was, as he was electric.
And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league.
And they continue to control the glass.
Doumbouya dishes to Drummond. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Drummond's got the lead up to 11 now for Detroit.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Dunn kicks to LaVine. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Down low. And there's Rose on the assist by Doumbouya. Doumbouya's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bulls have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Dean passes to Dunn. Porter dishes to Dunn. Looking to end the run. Porter, no luck.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Oh, Griffin in position. That one doesn't go.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Here's Rose after the made shot from Zach LaVine. To the middle. Pulls up. High post. The shot's good from Griffin.
His form could have been much better seeing how much time he had to shoot that one, but he got it to fall.
Down against Rose. Rose with the double team. Stolen by Rose. That one drops for him. Bulls trail by 15. Rose with the double team. Dunn passes to Carter. Count it.
The versatility of Wendell. He can shoot off 1 to 2 dribbles as well as off the catch.
Passes to Doumbouya. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Doumbouya's got 9 points now in just the second half. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. The pass to LaVine. Inside. And it's sent back by Drummond.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Rose passes to Doumbouya. Five on the clock. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Porter finds Carter. From 15 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot.
The thing about Carter, even though he loves to play back to the basket, he can also face up and knock down the jumper.
Now here's Rose. Outside Griffin. Shoots over Markkanen. Chicago grabs a miss. Here's Levine. That one's not going to go. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Griffin kicks to Rose. Back to Griffin. Overdone. Griffin's shot is off.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Now here's Levine. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Doumbouya. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. And the jam by Doumbouya.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
Carter against Drummond. Markkanen from outside. Kennard with the rebound. Kennard's got his fourth rebound in this one. Pass to Doumbouya. And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
And another turnover here by Chicago. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Porter, no luck.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And it's Rose. This time the assist from Doumbouya. 20 points for Derrick Rose.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. Carter on the wing, defended by Drummond. Now here's Porter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, the former Georgetown Hoya, Otto Porter, was on the move last season. Traded at the deadline to Chicago, who were in need of a player like Porter who can shoot from outside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Porter. Smitty, as you mentioned, the need for shooters was something that brought Porter here.
And Porter has been a consistently good shooter, something he's worked on over his career, Kevin. He's young and appears to be a perfect fit for what this team wants to do in the future.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking about a lot about, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
White, he's checked in for Chicago. The free throw drops for Rose.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Levine deciding where to go with it. Pulls it from 20. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Doumbouya. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The first free throw is good. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles. And all we want to talk about, if we're coaches and executives and players, are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
Now, here's Markkanen. He kicks it to Porter. The 10-footer finds the target.
One of the keys to Porter's development, becoming more versatile offensively. There, he attacks in the lane.
To the middle, here's Kennard.
A big change last season for Luke Kennard happened when he stopped worrying about taking bad shots. He was asked to be more proactive on offense and start creating chances for himself instead of waiting for the ball to be swung to him.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. Bulls trail by 21. Outside, White. Outside, Porter. Puts up a 3. White, good. And Smitty, that aggressiveness from Kennard. That's what the team wants from him.
He's a big part of their future. They need that from him. He may not be their #1 or #2 scorer, but he can be a very solid option off the bench or as a starter.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. Carter, the pass to Levine. Lets it go from 11. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Bean with the rebound.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got 20.
Against physical defense, Griffin showing off his power. Nice play.
White bounce pass, and it's sent back by Drummond. Rose against White. Pass to Kennard. Stolen by Levine. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. And it's good for 2.
And that one started by the quick hands of Levine. Then the good look up court.
Detroit leading by 18. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Kennard's shot is off.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
That's good from Carter. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Saransky's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for White. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:24 left in the fourth.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pistons.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Rose.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Brown, good. And the Pistons lead by 16.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Now, here's Satoransky. Hutchison, the shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Frazier outside. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty... David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
It's a rolling, not a stop. Watch, don't never stop. It's the flow that got the block hot, got super hot.
I understood loneliness before I knew what it was. I saw the on your